My name is Sampana, and I'm from Ghana, West Africa. I was born in the northern part of Ghana, but I moved to the city, Accra, when I was like 2 years old. So I grew up in Accra pretty much. My journey is a story on its own. And as we all know, every story has a beginning, right? My beginning, there was God, and there is still God. And if it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be who I am right now. When I came here, I was the only person that came. My parents, my siblings, everybody's back home. I was the only one that came right from Ghana to here. And I came here with just two pants, two shoes, and two shirts. That was the only thing I had when I came here. I didn't have anybody. I didn't know anybody here, just me. It was a struggle, but the way I was raised up, I was raised up to be tough. Or the school I went to was a boarding school, like all full of boys. So we kind of grew up, being all these little tough kids. So when I came here, it wasn't really a shock to me, and I could just easily assimilate into their culture and just get my things going. And luckily enough, I found this person at the shop. He was willing to help me out, so he made me stay in their basement for a couple of months or so. And he got me a job, which was that was my first job that I did. It was actually working for like a carpet place where I can carpet, they sell carpet. I was able to save some money, buy my first car. It got to a point I had to move out from the person's house where I was staying. So I ended up staying in my car for for a couple of months, a couple of years. Just doing hustling and doing all kind of stuff. I re-enrolled into a community college, which is Nova, one of the biggest community colleges in Virginia. And then once I realized that it was time for me to move, because it's only 2 years for community college. You only stay for 2 years. You cannot stay for more than 2 years. After 2 years, you got to move to a 4-year college. So I went back again to my undergrad to go finish my undergrad degree. And one thing is that Lindenwood has this program where if you are smart, they will allow you to take more credit hours so you can be able to finish your school on time. So mostly you're only allowed to take up to 18 credit hours, which is I think is 5 or 6 classes. But then if you have a good GPA and if they look at your background, you can take on more load, they will let you do that. So I was taking almost 7 classes every term, every semester. That's 21 credits, which is way overload. But I was doing that, working for the school and then doing the security job at the same time, which was crazy. But at the end of the day, if you stay focused and you know which way you want to go, what you want to do, trust me, you're going to make it. It was hard, but I still tried to, make sure I finish on time. You got to do what you got to do, like I said. So it got to a point I was sleeping in my car. I was taking showers at the gym. In my trunk of my car, I had cookies and sodas. That was what I was eating just to survive. But at the end of the day, I knew it was just for a period of time. It's not going to be forever. That is the mindset that I had. Anything, whatever it is, situation you are in right now, it's not permanent. It's temporary. It's up to you to just stay positive and just keep grinding. And that's what I was just doing. Because I know at that point, people used to make fun of me. I used to see people driving fancy cars, living their life, and I'm like, this is me. I'm not in no competition with nobody, right? This is me, and my situation does not define who I am right now. I know where I'm going, and I know someday that I'm gonna be where I'm supposed to be. And all along, I knew I was gonna own a business one day. I was gonna, be literally what I am right now. I knew way before. So what I was going through at that moment did not make me do anything. It just literally motivated me to actually stay focused and keep grinding. So in life, your negative situation you can make that negative situation a positive one in your own life, just based on how you think or how you want to see things. So I always try to be on the positive side, no matter what it is. Yeah, sleeping in your car is not a good thing. Taking showers in the gym is not a good thing. But at the end of the day, no, it's not forever. Nothing is permanent. My dad actually sat me down, right? And he gave me three advice or 3 main pointers of advice. The first one was put God first. The second one was stay focused. And the third one is remember where you came from. Those were the 3 advice he gave me. And these three advices were the ones that actually kept me from where I was to where I am right now. Like literally, whatever I was going through, I had to stay focused no matter what. I mean, it got to a point sometimes where you feel like giving up, but it's like, if I give up, then what's gonna happen? What next? I've been through multiple fights, gunfights, knife fights, like battle fights. I've been through all of that. I've had 2 friends got shot and 1 person dead. But at the end of the day, it could have been me, right? But it didn't happen to me. If I wasn't strong enough, I would have still been doing it till now. And I would have been in jail by now too, or been shot, or been dead, or whatever, So I knew where I wanted to be, and I knew what I wanted in life. So I just have to stay focused and just remember where I came from, because at the end of the day, all eyes will be depending on me, And also, you being in America, everybody back home would want to, be looking up to you. So I didn't want to fail nobody, So I just kept going, just pushing and, just doing what I got to do just to make sure I make it in life. Right now, by God's grace, I'm a lead security engineer, making good money. My wife is also, she also works from home, doing an IT job. We both live at home working. I mean, we're living a life, we're comfortable, but I felt like this is not where we're supposed to be. There's still more for us to do, So I have a lot of business proposals that I've written down, which I want to do, especially back home in Ghana. With the first one being what the Duma just talked about, which is a new startup company, which we just started in Ghana, I think 2 months ago. Currently, we're also doing another project back home, which is like a poultry farm, but we want to focus more on bringing it, like exporting the product here to the US. We have employed a lot of people back home. I mean, it's going well. And the goal is to make it like the biggest guinea fowl or guinea poultry farm in Ghana. We also have a foundation, which is literally just to help the orphans and the widows and, anybody in need with just basic stuff, So we have a lot of projects going on just to help people. And my passion in life is just to be able to provide for people, just provide them with the basic necessities of life. That is my home. That's literally what makes me happy. The other business that I created to do more is just to help people back home. There's so many people back home that have a lot of talent. They have a lot of skill sets, but they don't know how to monetize it and make money. So the app is called Do More. It's a new startup company, which we just started 2 months ago. And the app is an in-demand freelance vendor marketplace and event management platform. And what we'll do is pretty much just to help make it easier for people to book and to source and book vendors or freelancers, for their services. But also any host or creators, organizers out there can also use our platform to create events and sell tickets at the same time. Anybody can literally just stay home, whatever skill set that you have, just monetize it, put it on our platform, and people can book you for your services. And that's a way to create a job back home. The beginning of my story is God, and it's God that has kept me through the whole process. You can make it in life no matter where you are, no matter the situation that you're going through. Don't let your situation define who you are. It got to a point I was driving this old car. I was looking trash, whatever, but all of that is not define who I was, because I knew who I wanted to be. All you gotta do is just stay focused in life, know what you want to do, where you want to be at, and just keep going forward with it. And again, avoid bad influence, because you can easily be influenced into doing things that you don't want to do. The system here is like freedom. You can do whatever you want to do, but don't let that freedom make you free dump, So just be wise. America is the land of opportunity. Yes, you can make it, but it can break you at the same time, So trust and understand the system, know how the system works, and it's gonna work for you. So anybody back home who wants to come here, who wants to jump out to the US, you're encouraged to do that, but just be smart about it. Make the right decisions. And don't ever, if you're coming as a student, try to maintain that status as a student, F1 visa. Don't let that get out of the way, because the moment you do that, you're gonna get deported. And don't rush into getting married, because people are doing it. Take your time and do it the right way.